Notice all vehicles must display proof of fee payment. They got tired of having to resend tickets, I think. It's a very nice vehicle. What is that there? It's like a little truck, electric truck or something.
Little gasoline powered cart, I think. This was the first rest area we came to on our hike up to Dripping Springs, so we thought we would take advantage of it. There are some clouds in the sky today, but not a whole lot, so the sun's out pretty strong. It used to be difficult to get to this resting site because the grass was so tall, but I can see that the rangers have cut it now, and it makes it much easier. One thing I was sure to do today was pack lots of water, and I think it's going to pay off. But I did bring along my tracking poles, and it makes an easier hike out of the journey. My wife has found a new way of supporting her tripod. She uses her walking stick as a support, and it gives her a nice steady, still non-shaky shot. Looking up the mountains from this rest site right here, you can see that there are some clouds, but they're just not over our specific area right now. This tree we're under doesn't offer a lot of shade, but what I find most interesting about it is that it's actually managed to grow over top of this rock, and the rock is actually embedded underneath its roots. Well, we got up, done resting, and we're on our way up the trail. And my wife discovered there's some nice little yellow butterflies, and she's going to try and get a picture of them.
I'm trying to catch the sulfur butterflies.
Yeah?
But I can't catch them. They're really quick.
She's very good at handling her video camera. We keep coming along this kind of a grass. I think it's called oat grass. Kind of interesting. My wife looking for that perfect angle, perfect shot.
I finally caught a sulfur butterfly. He's feeding, so he's still. Finally.
Look at the bean pods on this bush here, or tree. My first thought is it was a mesquite tree, but I don't think so, because I don't see any stickers on it. Not only am I packing a lot of water today, but she's packing water too, which is a great idea.
Bear with me just a little bit. This is a very unusual catch of this butterfly at this time. It's feeding, that's why.
Look at this tree. You can see how the wind has blown over the branch and made it crack. It is a beautiful day today. It's about high in the mid to upper 70s and maybe even a little bit cooler up here. In the shade, it feels real good. This little flower caught my eye. Check it out. It's a little red one right along the trail. Here's some more flowers right in this little brush right here. Beautiful orange flowers. This is an unusual butterfly. I don't know what it's called, but it sure is pretty. I like the color of the wings and the different spots that are on the wings. It's very interesting.
It's a moth. Would you believe it's a moth?
Wow, that's a neat moth.
Yeah, just looking at the head of it and the body. Beautiful. I don't know what kind of a moth it is, but it's a beauty.
You were looking for the yellow butterflies. Well, there, you just found a whole bunch
Yeah,
of them.
it's a whole bunch of them.
You know, I don't have to take a whole lot of videos today. I'm just up here enjoying myself. Just enjoying the sights and the sounds and the wilderness that's all around us right now.
The butterflies,
And the butterflies,
moths.
moths. We've even seen some grasshoppers too, but they're pretty fast and they're hard to catch on video. You know, we're sitting here looking at this cylindrical metal. I don't know, this thing coming up out of the ground, and we speculated that it might be an old well, possibly from the late 1800s, early 1900s, and they'd probably take water out of this well because they have it capped up with rocks. See, this well is on one side of the road, and then the path that's coming up here, probably wide enough for a stagecoach and some horses, and then right across, in perspective wise, is this tank that I think that the water was stored. It actually come up out of the well I was talking about earlier, and they would store it in this tank, and it looks like it once belonged to a railroad car at one time. I asked my wife which side of the trail she wanted, the right or the left, and she said something about butterflies. What'd you tell me, Lynn?
I said I'll take the right side just in case the butterflies and the moths will decide to trip you.
And I said I'd take the left side in case the deers came down from the mountain and attacked us, right?
Yep. Well, you know, we joke around about it, but as you know, the rangers are very insistent you get out of here by dusk. And there's a reason for that.
Why is
The
that?
mountain lions come down to drink. So they're going to be around here or hunt the deer. So you better get out here at sunset. As you know, they get very upset if you stay too long here. That's a new sign there, and this is Dripping Springs. This area behind this sign provides habitat for endangered plant and animal species. This habitat and the historic ruins in the area are extremely fragile. Please help us protect these fragile resources by observing these regulations. Stay on designated trails. No dogs allowed. No fires. No littering. No climbing on or in ruins.
So if you have a dog, there's another path you take, but it doesn't take you to Dripping Springs. You know, we just came up what I believe to be the hardest part of this trail. It's the longest climb without any trees or any shade whatsoever, and it's a pretty steady upgrade incline. But we're fortunate that park rangers realize this and they put in a little bench for us to sit on. I can't say this tree provides much shade, but it is an interesting tree. It's actually got little black berries on it, and I imagine the deer would like to get the little lips on these blackberries, but they look like little blueberries. There's mountains way in the background. My wife doesn't know what they're called, and frankly speaking, I don't either. And here comes my wife coming up from the rear after shooting the picture of me walking up the trail.
Got a lot of good shots, butterflies, moths.
Yeah.
So,
Did you
yeah.
get those little yellow flowers?
I sure did. I think they are the desert. I can't remember the name offhand on those.
Is that the same ones that are behind you? Is that the
Desert
same ones?
sage.
Is that the same ones that are behind you right now?
Yeah, right here.
Same thing?
Desert sage, right here.
What did you say was in those?
Butterflies and all kinds of moths.
Here's some neat looking flowers along the trail. Can't say as I know what plant this is, but it's kind of pretty. Now that's a perfect example of an alligator pine tree. Right there, and it's got little juniper berries on it if you went up and you looked at it real close. This is the mountain range where we're heading today. Not sure we'll make it all the way up there, but it's a good objective. Why not try? But along the trail we got these pretty little rock outcroppings. Quite interesting with the different plants growing on it.
Filming butterflies today. It's a butterflies day.
Well, we found this a nice meadow to rest in, and we decided to take ourselves a cracker break. Here's what we're having. Austin peanut butter crackers.
Always good to have in water.
Yeah, if you got water, it's real good. Remember that alligator pine I was talking to you a little while ago? Well, this is what the berries look like. They call the little juniper berries, or juniper pine tree, or alligator pine tree. Well, we finally made it here to Dripping Springs, and that was the main objective. And you know, the spring is running. Beautiful. Good.
Yeah.
We made it, huh?
Yeah, I sure did.
I really like the falls. How about you?
Sure did.
It's beautiful. I can't believe we made it. I mean,
Glad we did.
I'd hoped we would have, but I didn't think we would.
I think it's great.
Well, this is the end of the trail for us, at least for this hike. And we made it up here to Drifting Springs, and we're glad we did. And as you can see behind me, there's a beautiful waterfall with the spring water coming down. It's been worth it, and we enjoyed our walk. So we're going to be heading back down here pretty soon because we want to make sure we leave before they close the gate. But it's been a fun journey and a worthwhile ending to our hike. Well, we finally made it to Dodge City. Nah, folks, just kidding. This is the livery station. Probably built in the late 1800s, I imagine. But this is where the people would get off their little stagecoach and then go on their way up to Dripping Springs. And here's some shot of the buildings of this little village, this little town. I can't say what the buildings were actually used for at the time, but you can see they're old, and I think what's making them stand right now is the fact that they've come back and put metal roofs on top of these buildings. Otherwise, I think they would have long gone blown over and returned to the earth. This one almost looks like a jailhouse with the bars in it and all. But I know they wouldn't bring everybody up here just to put them in jail. So this must have been used for something else. And besides, it's probably more likely to keep the vandals out than anything else. But look how the wood is. They didn't paint it or anything. I don't think it's ever been painted. And the construction is unique. Very interesting place up here. My wife's sitting over here by the horse trough. I almost expect Festus from Gunsmoke to show up.
Hee-haw.
Yeah, but this is where they'd be watering their horses for sure.
There's no water here right now.
Look at the fences, the corral where they keep the horses. It's kind of cool, huh? Goes all the way over to here. It's all nestled right down here below these mountains. That's the trail back, and that's where we're going to be heading right now because we got to get out of here by sunset. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye.